this video, we are going to see how to push a Docker image into AWS Elastic Container Registry or ECR. So let's go back to our terminal, and if we type Docker images, we can see what are the images that we have in our local machine. Right now, I have just only one images, which is Nginx in my local machine. So what I'm going to do, I will push this image into our AWS ECR, right? So what I'm going to do now, first of all, let's create a repository in ECR. So I will go back to Elastic Container Registry Service. And from here, I will create a repository. I will give a name to the repository. Let's say the name of the image repository would be Nginx web server, right? And then what I will do, I will simply press the create repository button, and very shortly the image repository will be created. And now what I'm going to do, I will go back to my terminal again, and now we will rename the image, which is Nginx image, into something that will be look like this. So I will copy the image URI from our ECR dashboard. Then I will go back to my terminal and I will try to retag this image with a name that will look like this, right? So I will copy the URI here and I will go back to my terminal, and what I will type is Docker tag. Then I will specify the image that we have in our local machine, which is simply Nginx, followed by the repository URI that I have copied from here, and I will paste it here, right? So that's all I want. So once we press enter, what will happen? This Nginx image will be retagged as this, right? So if we type Docker images command again, we can see the Nginx image has been retagged as this. So now we will push this image into our ECR repository. Now what we're going to do, we will go back to our ECR dashboard, and from here we will go to the repository, and from here we can see there's a button called view push command. So before we push our image from our local machine into this repository, we need to log into ECR registry. So if you click on that view push commands, we can see a command has already been given that we can use to log into our ECR registry. So I will copy the whole command and I will paste in the terminal, and shortly once I press enter, we can see it says login succeeded. That means we have successfully logged into ECR registry. All right, so now what we will do, we will simply push this image into that repository. So I will copy the image URI again, and then in the terminal I will type Docker push, and then I will specify the image URI, which is this. And once I press enter, you can see shortly it will be pushed into ECR registry. So let's wait for a couple of minutes, and very shortly we will see the image will be pushed into our newly created ECR repository in AWS. All right, so we can see the image has been pushed successfully to ECR. Now let's go back to our ECR dashboard. Let's close it, and if I press enter, we can see an image has been successfully pushed into our ECR repository, right? So that's where we can push any local images into AWS ECR. So that's all I want to tell you in this video. Thank you.